here for 1 more minute so we can get it done? Great. Thank you.
So I'll get out of your way 1 second. You guys are going to be here 1 second.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Good, good. On this bright and sunny day. You no audio? Okay, well, hold on. We can't do anything until you get some audio. You got audio? Okay, we'll give you a second. Need a white balance? Okay. I can't give you one. Oh, I don't want to hear anything from you about that. Okay, everybody set? Okay. Once again, good afternoon, everybody, on this bright and sunny day on a Wednesday here in New York City. No more rain. We're here for a very important police announcement. A public safety announcement for our police as well as for our citizens involved. You're going to like this. A great gift that's been bestowed upon our police department, and we're going to talk about that in 1 minute. First, Deputy Commissioner Edward Caban is going to be our first speaker. Chairman of New York City Police Foundation, Dr. Philip Ozawa, and the President of the Detectives Endowment Association, Dr. Paul DiGiacomo. Also, the Chief of Detectives, James Essig, will be here, and also the President and CEO of the New York City Police Foundation, Susan Birnbaum. We'll get started in 1 second, folks. All right?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us here today. It was more than 50 years ago when the New York City Police Foundation first came to the aid of New York's finest, the thousands of women and men who go in harm's way to protect our city. And today, once again, the foundation affirms its support of that noble and necessary work. Today, we are continuing the expansion of a project that was born out of tragedy more than 3 years ago following the death of Detective Brian Simonson, who was shot and killed while responding to a robbery in Queens. The goal was to design a new ballistic vest that was easier and quicker for detectives to wear with their business attire. We are joined by several detectives here today who are wearing the new vest. The feedback on this new design has been terrific. They are thinner and lighter while still providing life-saving protection. And most importantly, our detectives like them and are wearing them out in the field consistently. As we continue to expand this program, I want to thank the Detectives Endowment Association and their president, Paul DiGiacomo, who have lent both their financial support and expertise from the beginning. And of course, the team from the New York City Police Foundation for all their generous support, including Dr. Philip Azuha, Chairman of the Police Foundation's Board of Trustees, the Foundation CEO Susan Birnbaum, Executive Director Greg Roberts, and the Foundation's many generous supporters, all of whom have long understood that in order for members of the NYPD to carry out its critical work of keeping New Yorkers safe, it's essential to make sure we are first keeping our officers safe. I would now like to welcome Dr. Azuha, who is not only the Foundation's chairman, but is president and CEO of Montefiore Medicine, to share some details about this tremendous effort. Dr. Azuha.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Capan. You know, as CEO of Montefiore, I care about public health. And I believe that it is important that we protect the health and safety of those that protect the rest of us. In the 1970s, the New York City Police Foundation handed out the first bulletproof vest to the members of the NYPD. And as you heard in 2019, following the loss of a hero, Detective Brian Simonson, with the Detectives Endowment Association, we provided several hundred of these new, lighter, better vests. Today, we're proud to announce the purchase of another 1,000 vests for the Detectives Bureau at a cost of nearly $750,000. It is our small way of saying thank you.
Good afternoon. On February 12, 2019, Detective Brian Simonson responded to a robbery in progress at a T-Mobile store in Queens. He had been out in the field working on a robbery pattern when a call came over the radio about this robbery in progress. He was not wearing his protective vest. However, during this incident, the robber had a firearm, and Detective Simonson was shot and killed. He was only 42 years of age. Because our members dress in business suits, traditionally protective vests were not practical to wear while investigating crime, interviewing witnesses, appearing in court, and performing such duties. So it has become clear that there was a need for a new protective vest to be designed that would fit comfortably under business suits to offer protection that a traditional vest provided. In the memory of Detective Brian, the DEA contributed funding towards the development and the purchase of these new vests for NYPD detectives out in the field. We thank the New York City Police Foundation for providing a bulk of the funds for this important effort. Our members are out in the field in a wide variety of capacities every day and night, working to stop crime, investigate crime, solve crime, and bring perpetrators to justice. We thank everyone involved in the creation of these new vests that will help protect our members while they are saving the citizens of New York City. This new vest program is saving detectives' lives. With the rising crime rate and the increase in the illegal firearms, these new vests have been crucial. So on behalf of the Detective Brian Simonson's widow, Leanne, and his entire family, we thank you for honoring Brian this way by providing his colleagues with this important life-saving piece of equipment. I thank you kindly.
We can take a couple of on-topic questions. Tony DiStefano, Newsday.
Yeah, how do these new vests, I mean, they appear to be thinner. Is the bullet-resistant fabric material different from what was that the earlier array of vests? I mean, how can you explain what we have
The vests offer the same level of protection as the old vest, which is this white one here. What's different about this is the comfort. It's conducive to wearing a suit. A detective is more apt to put it on and go out, where this vest, bulky, wouldn't fit over a suit or a jacket. But this vest that these detectives here are wearing offers the same level of protection as the vest that a patrol officer will wear.
Will those vests continue to be used?
By patrol officers. These are exclusively for the Detective Bureau.
Mark Morales, CNN.
Is there at some point in the works a move to make even the patrolmen wear these style of vests as well? Or is there something about patrol officers being okay with this in the long term? Like eventually, like is this something where you want to develop these vests for
I think we're always looking for new and innovative ways. You see the vests from over the course of the years have been going on. But these vests in particular were made or developed for wearing a suit, wearing business attire, and ensuring that detectives are comfortable wearing them and going out in the field.
Tom Tracy, Daily News.
So earlier it was mentioned that 1,000 vests have been purchased. Is that enough for the detectives? And what's the process now? Do they have to turn in their old vests and get the new ones, or is it already done?
Now, okay, so the Detective Bureau consists of roughly about 4,600 members, members from top to bottom. We distributed previously 3,500 vests. By the end of this year, with these new outfittings, we're fitting new offices. By the end of the year, we expect to get 1,100 more detectives fitted with them. That'll be the whole complement. Then it will be going to become an ongoing process, because we're constantly bringing in new members into the Detective Bureau, and they'll be getting outfitted, and that'll be a rolling process.
And what's the response from the detectives in the local squads? Are you seeing them wearing them more? Are they happy about it?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I mean, they're here, they can speak, but I know you see them out, detectives on crime scenes, doing interviews out there. They're all wearing them. I think it's a very, very positive feedback from the men and women in the field.
All right, Dean Moses, AM New York.
How long did it take to develop? Is there a reason why you see this now?
After, as Paul DiGiacomo said, after Detective Simon was tragically killed in 2019, we wanted to ensure that detectives who went out in the field to do interviews, to do police work, to do detective work, were outfitted with a ballistic vest. So we started looking at different manufacturers, and these are the ones we came up with.
Any other questions on this topic? Tony Stefano?
Yeah, historically, what happened in the 1970s? Was there a particular event involving a police officer shot that inspired the foundation to make this initial donation? Anybody?
The initial donation made by the foundation was because at the time the city was basically broke, and so the foundation stepped in with business and civic leaders to provide vests to keep the police safe, because they were getting shot and they weren't protected. So that's how it started.
Any other questions? Mark Morales?
Can you speak in as much technical details as you can about the development of the vest, how it was tested, if any other police departments used them at all, and just what that process was like to develop this vest?
We have some.
Okay.
Morning. Robert Hogan, Vice President, Armor Express. This vest is an NIJ certified vest. The vest was sent for certification at a lab. It was also tested at the NYPD facility with all calibers and met testing protocols.
Can you mention what some of those protocols are? Like, is it like a distance protocol?
There's distance, there's caliber, there's a certain amount of feet that these vests are shot from. There's speed of the round, the type of round.
And has anybody had to, has any officer been shot wearing this vest?
wearing this NYPD vest?
Yeah, just
No.
Any other questions?
Off topic?
No off topic. All right. Thank you, everyone.